serving for a very long time. Every day, the king and queen never stopped praying to be blessed with a baby son. Finally, their prayers were answered. Long story short, the queen finally became pregnant and gave birth to a very beautiful daughter. The king and queen were very happy because of the presence of their first child. As a form of gratitude, the king held a party and invited the nobles and his people to come to the feast. Not to forget, the king also invited 7 kingwaters to cast a good spell on the newborn princess. "You will be a beautiful princess," said the first ones. "You will be a king, honest princess," said the second ones. "A princess grow up to be a smart child," said the third princess. "One day you will be wise," said the fourth witch. "Be a princess who is good at dancing," said the fifth witch. "Besides being good at dancing, you will also have a good voice and be good at singing," said the sixth witch. Now it was the seventh witch turn to cast a spell. However, before he could cast a spell, suddenly the flies there evening and evil wizard afraid. The witch was annoyed because the king did not invite her into the feast. "Because I once invented the I will curse your son, O king, the princess will die from being stunned by a thread spinning needle." "Ha ha ha," he said, while laughing silently. After issuing the curse, the king and queen wore this immediately cried. The seven with the afraid the king and queen to calm them down. "Do not worry, I will have relieved the curse of that evil witch. The prince will not die, but she will live for 100 years after being hit by a thread spinning needle. He will wake up again when a prince comes to him," said the seven witches. After this incident, the king immediately ordered that all the red spinner in the flesh and throughout the kingdom be immediately got hurt and burned. Long story short, 16 years later, the princess had grown into a beautiful and kind-hearted girl. Not long after, the king and queen were traveling about, so the princess was left alone in the flesh. The princess walked out of the flesh. It turned out to find a castle. Inside the castle, there was a room he had never seen before. I turned out in the room there was an old grandmother with 7 years. The grandmother had asked her daughter to sit in front of the spinning machine and started spinning the spinning machine. While spinning the thread spinning machine, suddenly the princess figures was picked by the spinning needle. The princess screamed in pain and immediately fell to the floor. The old grandmother, who turned out to be a good witch, immediately helped the princess who had fallen and was thought to be dead. The missing princess made the war fastward. The king ordered all his troops to look for the princess. Finally, the princess was found in a cold state thanks to help of the good witch grandmother. The king became very happy because the princess was okay. Then the seven witches came and told the king, "King, calm down. The princess will not fall asleep for 100 years because he has awoken. Because I won't put you all to sleep," said the magician, while not spreading magic through the flies. 100 years passed. Suddenly there was a prisoner who came from a foreign country who happened to pass in front of the flies, which was covered by turbases. According to the story, the flies was invaded by an evil and terrible dragon. The flies also found the disturbed dragon. Arriving at the flies gate, the flies tried to cut the bases, but it kept failing. Suddenly, a king wizard offered to give him a sword. "Use this sword," said the wizard. In the end, the prince did not use the sword to cast the bases. As soon as he entered the place, he was immediately confronted by a larger dragon, was the incarnation of the god Vishnu. Dragon stopped asking the prince by spitting out hot fire. The prince finally left. After being told by the king wizard, the prince headed to the room where the princess was asleep. When he arrived there, he saw the beautiful princess closing her eyes. The princess kissed the prince's cheek, and at the moment, the evil court desperate for the princess. At the end of the story, the prince married the prince. The king and queen were very happy. 7 god wishes returned with gifts in the form of god spells. The moral of the story is that while Upcranster and the Arwals kin the others, the goodness and happiness will always accompany us. Apart from that belief that God will always win over evil, although we have to wait for His goodness to be clearly relevant.